In today's modern selling environment, larger deals often require a team selling approach. So, according to Harvard Business Review, team selling can increase deal sizes by 20 to 40%, especially for more complex opportunities. And Salesforce data suggests that win rates increase by over 20% compared to more traditional approaches. So, if you're not team selling, I recommend you incorporate it strategically in your selling toolbox. So, for those of you that already do have multiple team members joining sales calls, how do you ensure you approach it in the right way? Because effective team selling requires good planning. So let me give you a few recommendations that are best practices. So if you have an hour meeting with a prospect scheduled, you should spend at least 30 minutes planning the session a few days in advance. So another best practice and part of your planning process should be to match your selling team with the corresponding buying team according to their communication styles, roles, responsibilities, and functions to foster better connection. And your planning session should include mapping out expectations, like what each person should and should not say, as well as the role of each team member on the selling team. So look, there's no silver bullet, but proper planning greatly increases the likelihood of running a cohesive, successful sales meeting. So let me add one more element to the planning process. So schedule a debrief session where each person shares out hey, what worked, what didn't, and also answers predetermined questions to build on the successes from your team, right? Whatever worked, as well as learn from any mistakes made during your meeting. And you can also take that time to identify opportunities to improve upon. Because after all, we will continue making the same mistakes until we learn from them. So, team selling can be a very effective sales tool that can shorten sales cycles, increase close rates, and set the stage for a more effective and productive implementation. But don't go into it unprepared. Effective team selling requires intentional planning. So it's simple, but it is not easy with our busy schedules. But remember, growth doesn't happen by accident, and it only happens on the other side of our comfort zone.